I don't really know when to stop playing that music. So I just really kind of let it go. Welcome to Star Geekz. This is Sean.
This is Lil.
And this is Ed.
And this week, well, what's up? How's everybody? How was everybody's Star Wars week? Because I mean, again, there's nothing out there to watching, but we got shit. There's some news. There's some shit going on. We'll see what happens. But I didn't do anything this week Star Wars related. There's not much. I did pick up something this week for the Star Wars toy box, a little.
Man, Steve's so mad that you have separate toy boxes.
Yo, he is so upset. I really don't understand why. It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't get it. Listen, I'm trying to push the show. It is what it is.
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. Star Wars wise, nothing. Got nothing. I got the girls and the wife some Grogu Christmas socks. There you go. Some Star Wars. And we got some Mandalorian Christmas decals for the windows. So we're Christmasing it up. Put up my Star Wars blow up Yoda Santa in the front yard.
Oh, so you got a whole Star Wars theme going on.
I got Star Wars stuff. Yeah.
Oh,
no,
nice.
I
mean, I know that, but it's interesting to always.
Well, we have a Christmas Homer, but he is dead. He had died. I've had him for 15 years. He was a 6.5 foot bull. Well, actually, probably bigger than that. He was closer to 7 because he's taller than my ass. Blow up, he's dead. So we have to get another inflatable for the yard. I don't know what. My Spider-Man died last year. And we have Tigger and Yoda in our front yard. So
would you ever go with a whole because I know you would probably do a theme, but would you go all Star Wars theme one year just to have it all decked out with Star Wars stuff?
I mean, it wouldn't be all Star Wars. I have to have Disney mixed in. I have to have other characters. It's got to be Disney and Marvel and Star Wars. Like I can't just do Star Wars. I mean, we have a lot of Star Wars. Like I have at the front entrance like a plush Vader holding a Christmas present. So like we have a lot of stuff. A lot of our ornaments are Star Wars ornaments. Yeah. Jenny has a Star Wars Santa hat. I have a Spider-Man Santa hat and a Chicago Bears Santa hat and a couple other times. But it's like, we mix it all up. We are a geek family here.
Ed, what about you? You go deep in on Halloween, but what about Christmas?
No, Christmas is different. Really, the only thing Star Wars wise is I have a mini tree, and then I have a bunch of some of them are older Star Wars ornaments that I would just make it a Star Wars only tree, but that's kind of just my thing. I mean, I'm jealous of Lil and that he has a geek family. I do not. I am the only child in my household.
So yeah, I mean, Sean saw our cookie jar collection. We have a Death Star cookie jar in our
awesome. Lil's house is like a
match. I even have Star Wars tongs that we used to cook and stuff like that. Like it's just all mashed up. I bought like a Mickey Mouse, like a serving tray thing, and we just do it all.
Lil has conformed his family into like a geek. I don't even know how to say it, like a geek house. When we went to Chicago, it was awesome. I'll tell you.
And let me tell you, Sean, it's even crazier now. Like it's more themed because we've been able to acquire, as Sean likes to say, a lot more stuff, especially being down here in Florida and Disney. Like our entire living room is really like Disney theme park attraction focused. Like our walls are covered in attraction poster art.
Wow.
And we had some of it back in Chicago, but now it just exploded. Our dining room is Haunted Mansion themed.
Oh, so cool. That's awesome.
And I want to do more to it. It's not to the level that we want. Like I would like to get the purple and black wallpaper and put it on because we have these little cutouts and put it like in the cutouts and kind of build that out. And then like upstairs, as you see this, it's Marvel, Nintendo. The office downstairs is Star Wars themed. All the artwork on the wall, for the most part, outside of a few posters, like because Jenny picked out because she loves going to like cons. We love going to cons and stuff, and she loves local artists picking up really cool pieces of art that are fun. So she's got a bunch of layup pieces, a bunch of she has like a Captain Carter piece and a Loki piece. She loves Loki, and so it's the whole house is decked out. You know, our bathrooms have like Mickey Mouse stuff, and it's just what it is, man. Like,
Yeah.
Impressive. Most impressive.
I don't do anything themed. As you can see, my basement is themed, so I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Ed actually came over to the house this week.
Yes.
Well, yeah, you guys went to a con, right?
Yeah,
we did.
We did.
Oh, any Star Wars stuff at the con? Any fun things, or just
No, not really. I mean, we've seen some stuff. I didn't buy anything. I actually didn't buy anything,
you? That's a lie. You didn't buy anything.
He did not.
Wow.
Came close on a couple things. They had a couple nice Star Wars posters that he was eyeballing.
They did.
But they were asking crazy money for one of them, which was,
it was ridiculous.
I mean, I think the guy was like, well, you know, if it sells, great. If not, it was meant to keep at my house. I'm like, okay, I guess you're keeping it at your house then.
Yeah. He wanted $100 for like a
poster.
IMAX Rogue One poster, I guess.
Rogue One poster?
Yeah.
Get out of here, $100.
And it wasn't even like a movie post. It was like basic. It had like basic font. It was not worth $100. Like if it had like, you know, the original Star Wars poster kind of style to it, I'd have been like, oh shit, that's dope. But it didn't have anything special to it. They did have Phantom Menace, you know, the one with Anakin and Darth Vader in the background.
Oh yeah.
Kind of wanted that one, but I didn't want it. I was like, I can find that somewhere else. I'm not stressing about that. It's not that serious.
Well, and that's the thing too. Like a lot of those, like it all depends on what you're looking for, right? If you're looking just for a piece of decoration and you want nothing else for it, like you can find a repro poster that looks fantastic. You put a light box around it, and it's perfect, right?
Yeah.
If you want something, you know, and something like that, like if I was going Phantom Menace or Rogue One or any of the newer, you know, stuff, then yeah, I'd probably go like a repro or you know, a basic one that was printed, not the double-sided, you know, theatrical one.
Yeah.
But for an original trilogy, yeah, you want to try. That's an investment piece. You know, you invest into that piece because that piece will appreciate in value. The other ones aren't because they print out millions of them and everybody saved them. You know, I have a banner. I think I've talked about it once. It's probably 5 feet long. It's a VHS banner.
What, from Star Wars?
Yeah, it's in my garage. It's from.
You never told me about this, and why have you not sent it to me?
Because
I want it now.
It's Jenny's. So she took it. So when we both worked at Walmart back in the day, when the releases, you know, the gold and silver boxes came up.
Yeah.
So there was the big banner on, you know, that they promoted it, and she got it. You know, like you get stuff every now and then, and Ed knows he's got the awesome display back there. And so she got it. She wanted it, and like it's just been rolled up in her like I've always wanted it. Like it's got the rivets and everything, and I'm always like I want to hang this thing up, and it's just like don't have the wall space, and I'm just trying to wait for the right time. But it's that DVD promotion.
So that was the vinyl one, correct?
Yeah, it was. All right. I don't know if it's exactly vinyl. It feels like a thicker. It's like a plastic. I don't think it's a vinyl, you know, because like the vinyl, you have that kind of material and that kind of, it's very smooth. So I don't know, but there's the rivets in it and everything. And I also have a foosball table. I have a Star Wars foosball table that I have never put together. I bought this thing 20 years ago.
Known this.
You knew the foosball table because it was in the basement when you and Steve were down there in the box, sitting there against the wall.
Well, you had us trapped down there, so I don't remember a lot. It was always dark.
I did. That's when I showed you my Star Wars ball gags.
Yeah, they were gross. It was good. They were like Death Stars. It was gross.
All right.
Oh man, this is really go off.
It was a while ago. That's when you guys were fearful of his children.
Yeah,
well, no,
still are. But wait, let me talk about what I picked up this week. I just ran through a store and I found them. I was like, oh, these are really cool. So, and again, I don't collect toys anymore, but I couldn't pass this up. They were really cool. I couldn't help it. It was just really, the box was really cool. And these are the Ewoks vintage collection figures.
Oh, wow.
The box is really cool. I love the artwork on it.
That's
I was
the
like,
cartoon Ewoks.
yeah, it's what sold me. It was the box that of the art and the cartoons. But then I opened it up and I pulled it out. And I was like, oh my god, these are really cool. So they're actually
they're on card.
They're on card, and they have the little small the little
The
coins
medallions
on the top.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really, really well done. I was like, oh, these are really, really fun. I actually really like these. And
It was a 2-pack?
Yeah, it was a 2-pack.
That is actually pretty cool. Let me put you on solo because I want to see a better look at that. Hold on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Solo.
Thank you, sir. But yeah, Wicked looked very weird, but it's okay. I like the artwork. I always love the Ewoks artwork, the promotional stuff. I thought that was really cool. Again, a little 2-card pack, and then this was, I don't even know her name, Kanisa.
That's crazy because basically that's how you say my last name. So I did not know that was a
very, very interesting. But these are very, very cool. The little gold coin. Again, very, very cool. Unpunched. I mean, I'll take it. Listen, I didn't have a problem with it. And I got I have a Kotobukiya little Ewok battle scene that they're battling the ATST Walker.
Oh yeah. I've seen those at Disney.
I have
a holiday one I've been tempted to buy. I'm like,
really?
Yeah. Jenny has been tempted, she doesn't love the Ewoks. It's weird. She doesn't love the Ewoks. She loves other characters. Like she loves the Wampa. She has a plush Wampa that is in our bed right now.
Which is weird. Why the Wampa?
I don't know. I think she likes more of the monsters. It just seems like that. And the Ewoks were too just, yeah.
After the last 2 reviews, we know they're monsters.
Well, they're murderers. So that's for sure.
Here's the Ewok one, the little
I've seen that. Yeah. They have like a holiday design one too for that.
Yeah, really a really cool piece. I've always loved, like, damn, this is a really cool piece, but it has all the little Ewok cartoon characters on there, so it's great to go with what I have. I'm like, oh, I can build a little Ewok scene thing going on, so pretty dope.
You're right. I love that 80s style cartoon.
Yeah,
I so regret not buying you guys those sealed VHS tapes back when I saw.
I know now. I want them though. I'm like, fuck, I could probably find.
You guys weren't really into that, and it was like $10. I'm like, $10 for this. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
And now I'm like thinking about like a sealed VHS Ewoks cartoon. Guarantee I could flip it for 50.
Yeah, easily. I'm pretty sure they're on there. I could probably pick them up. But anyway, so news-wise this week,
yes,
I'm gonna start low, go high. So Daisy Ridley, I'll share this little. This is from Collider, but it's all around. Daisy Ridley says her new Star Wars movie is not what I expected. I think people will be excited. Very interesting. She said, I will tell you, Steve, or wherever that is, when I saw you in Parks, whatever. I'm very excited. The story is really cool. I'm waiting to read the script because obviously I don't have any other updates, which again, I get it. Hey, she can't really talk about it anyway, so it don't even matter. Right. Even if she had the news, she couldn't say anything. But her excitement for it sounds cool.
I mean, I guess it's twofold, right? It's what is she going to say, but that she's excited and wasn't what she expected. Well, what the hell did she expect? Like, we don't know. Like, did she have any input? Maybe.
I mean,
nobody knows. This is all new. There's no,
To be honest, I mean, we never. Maybe she didn't like fucking original script from the one that she made. Maybe
I don't think any of them did.
I don't think anybody did either.
I think after the first one, they were all like, "Oh, this is going to be great," and then, what the hell did I get myself into? And I think that's why you see the burnout from all of them in regards to, they've all talked shit about it in one way or another. Like, I'm not coming back, I'm not doing this. But then now you're a few years removed from it. You've had time to kind of cool off, and now it's like, okay, if you're gonna do something cool with me, I'll be back in. And just like Daisy, and I guarantee you, there'll probably be something for John Boyega. There might be something, Like, there's going to be things that they can do for their characters that maybe they'll give them a bit more ownership. I don't think it was ownership here for those characters. And I think that's what you see it's something that I was thinking about with, Sean, you and I watched the Marvels. And I think one reason why I love
did we get panned for that review? I don't even know.
I don't even care if we did. But why I love Camilla Khan so much and the actress, because she is so invested in her character.
She is.
Right? Like she loves her character, she loves the universe. She is vocal about input in her character.
Yeah.
And that's what I think they didn't have in episodes 8 and 9. Because even Mark Hamill, you could read between the lines on a lot of the tweets, and some of them have been pretty blunt. I wouldn't have done that with Luke. I wouldn't have, you know what I mean? Like he's done that. He said that. So I think sometimes when they don't have the ownership, they don't feel connected. And then
I'm gonna say that's there's two sides of that. There's the ownership of it and also the creative direction behind everything.
Well,
again,
we're seeing something. I'm not gonna talk about it now, but I'll let you say it.
Well, yeah, well, no, you're welcome to say it. I don't care, but like again, it's the changing of the guard now. So now,
tides are changing.
This is Vanity Fair.
It's everywhere.
Everywhere that Dave Filoni is now the
chief creative officer. And he doesn't work for Kathleen Kennedy. He works with Kathleen Kennedy.
Yes.
So, and he is overseeing all of Star Wars. So my guess is Kathleen Kennedy gets Indy, gets all the other stuff. Filoni is getting Star Wars. He might talk with her. They might kick around some ideas, whatever.
Right.
But it's going to be Filoni's final say. Filoni is the Kevin Feige of Star Wars now, which is what we've wanted since Mandalorian Season 1.
Absolutely.
And I think that's a great thing. I hope Favreau continues to partner with him, because I think Favreau on the technical and the directorial piece, I'm going like this, because that's when I see this, it's Favreau doing his little thing, will help, because Favreau loves the technology piece as well. It reminds me of what Lucas was doing. He's always trying to push the whole dome filming thing that they do now for all these Star Wars shows.
Beautiful.
Is Favreau's baby. Like he designed this whole thing. And I think this is a brilliant move. This is what Disney's been talking about for a while, giving the power back to the creatives. We've seen this dip because of the push of content, and the problem is
I think it's the push of content all the way around.
It is. But you're seeing good movies coming now that they've started pulling back. I'm hearing great things about Wish from Disney. I think the Marvels was okay, but again, that was filmed pre-regime. Oh, right. All this stuff that's everybody still is they're dying, this and that. I'm like, there's a whole regime shift now, a whole mentality shift. Things are going to course correct. You have to give it time, because these movies have been filmed. There's nothing you can do about what's already in the can outside of canceling it outright. And they've done that to some projects. I mean, HBO has done it completely with lots of projects.
So, Ed, from your front, what's your feeling on this whole changing of the guard?
I'm very excited. I know there's another. Well, personally,
you're like, I know Dave Filoni.
No, not at all. But there's another Star Wars podcast show that I've listened to for years, and especially during the Clone Wars, they got very close with the cast and with Dave Filoni. So he was actually on their show a lot. So you got to hear from him directly. And while there's a lot of press and things are written about him, to hear from his own words, kind of that tutelage, being at the side of Lucas, that he has the mentality and the mindset and can tie the universe together. Now, he's not perfect. No one is. But I think that if he's at the helm and uses the right people to pull things off around him, it will make the Star Wars universe night and day better. So I'm very excited for it. And then I'm just kind of curious. I know, Sean, you and I were laughing about this before we recorded. Is any of this influenced because of the Pandaverse? No.
Oh man, I have no idea. I mean, does South Park really have that much power? But I mean,
shit. I mean, who knows? But bad press is maybe good press in this point of view. That's how we probably.
I think a lot of this has been in the works.
Yeah, I can see that.
It just feels like that. Like
yeah,
you're seeing these minor changes happening over the last year. I mean, Iger's been back for a year.
I think to me, I think if Ahsoka didn't work, that would have probably been like, we won't do anything.
I agree with that.
Ahsoka worked so well that it's like, oh, okay, Dave knows what the fuck he's doing. I mean, Dave's been known. I think we all knew Dave knew what he was doing fucking years ago with the Clone Wars, but
absolutely,
it's playing catch up now for him. It's like,
I think
Rebels was
Dave got into his own for me in Rebels.
Yes,
even though I didn't watch Clone Wars as much, to me, I felt that Rebels really felt like it was his baby.
Yeah. And then I think that he's been.
Well, I think Clone Wars was his baby too, though. Like,
but that was different.
Still Lucas was still a part of it,
right?
Yeah.
They started off together, and then it kind of morphed into Dave's thing towards the end. Rebels was all him.
Lucas's apprentice. Like, it's weird to say. Like, Kathleen Kennedy was there in the beginning, huh?
So are they Siths? You have the
always two
Emperor and apprentice.
No, I think it's
Kathleen
more.
Kennedy is Count Dooku.
She's a Scots Ventress.
I think it's more of a Jedi Council, and we finally gave Dave his master, and he now sits at the head of the council, making the calls. But
I'm happy about that, though. I'm very excited. I'm very excited to see where the Star Wars universe goes. If they're giving him this title, then they must really, really like what he's going to do with the universe of the Mandalorian universe. So
all of it. He's now touching everything.
Yeah. So,
and it's good because, again, that's, I think, the biggest part is they'll go to him up front and he can kind of provide that Star Wars vision. I'm not saying that he's going to be directly or personally involved in every detail of projects, but he can kind of create the framework and say, here's what we're thinking about and how it ties into the overall universe. And then, of course, because he is so versed in it, he can kind of go, and this is how this would react. And it kind of has that trickle effect all the way down the line. So I'm excited for the future.
Yep.
And it finally feels really bright again, right? Like, I'm gonna incorporate it to sports because it's what I love, and I think we all love sports. But it's like I look at my team, the Chicago Cubs, in baseball. We just picked up the best manager in baseball out of nowhere. Like, wasn't expected, and now everyone is just on a high horse. Like, the future is finally bright again, and this is what it feels like. It's like you have a vision and a top person that's handling this prize IP that we know, just like I was saying with Camilla Khan, like I'm drawing a blank on the actress's name, but how much she loves the character. Well, we know how much Dave loves Star Wars, and it's not he's not looking at it to just turn a buck and to make content for content's sake. He's looking at it to build the lore of what he loves.
Yeah, he's been wanting to build for a long time, and I think the reign of, like, he couldn't really do as much as he wanted to do. Now he has complete control, and now it's like, what floodgates is he gonna open the fuck up, and what is he going to bring back, and what is he going to push for, and what actors and actresses are going to get behind all this? Like, that is something that, and everyone knows Dave Filoni and knows what he loves, his passion for Star Wars. So that passion for Star Wars is going to trickle down into other people. And
Oh,
just
yeah.
like the way Feige did it with Marvel, like it trickled down into other people. I'm hoping that this trickles down into other actors and actresses that want to sign up and put themselves a part of the Star Wars universe. And sky's the limit, man. If you can do it right, sky's the limit. Like real shit. Like this is gonna be dope if you can do it. You know,
Very exciting.
It's a new day.
Taika's he says his Star Wars movie people are going to hate him.
Yeah.
With his Star Wars movie, and
I think we talked briefly about that last week, and I'm like, well,
Yeah.
that's gonna be a comedy, a Star Wars comedy. So, but you never know, man. Taika's it might work really well, man, and people might like
Depends
it.
on the story.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with any of Taika stuff, so I'm cool with it. Like Thor: Love and Thunder wasn't my bag.
No, but
Ragnarok wasn't my bag either. But
I liked Ragnarok.
at the same time,
but you liked his vampire stuff. What was that?
But I love What We Do in the Shadows.
What We Do in the Shadows. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it really depends. Like, right? Like, I think Ragnarok was fantastic. I think Love and Thunder, while I liked it, and I know I got some hate for liking it, I think we actually lost subscribers because I liked it.
Clearly.
But I can see the holes, right? There's holes you could drive a semi-truck through that movie. But that doesn't mean I can't enjoy myself. I mean, I understand. Like, I'm not...
Still entertainment.
Exactly. I'm just enjoying myself.
I didn't enjoy myself.
And that's okay. Like, you don't have to enjoy yourself. But what I'm saying is his taste and if he has a good story, he can pull something off that's magical. But the problem sometimes is when it's too much Taika. I think that's what happened with Love and Thunder, right? It was too much him and his goofiness and not enough of kind of a balance.
Yep.
This is where Dave Filoni can step in, because even though it's not from the very beginning, as long as he can kind of create some boundaries and go, have fun, make the movie that's you, but color within the lines.
Well, but that's the thing now. He's able to be a part of the beginning, which is a good thing, because that's what he was talking about, that he was involved in these projects, but they would already be done.
Yeah.
And it's like, if they're done, like, what is he really going to say about any of this?
Can't fix it then.
Yeah. So it becomes difficult. But now that he's there from day one, well, guess what? Now he's going to have more influence over the types of stories that are being told, who is involved in it, what direction it needs to go in, and then play with this, but this is what we need to do. And I think that's the important piece. Play with it, but this is what I need to see.
All right. Well,
future's bright.
That ends our news segment. There's no new toys or no statues, nothing new coming out that I've seen anyway.
Well, what's funny too, talking about statues, and this is something I think I want to have a bigger debate on the main show when I get back. I think the state of collecting is dying.
Not for me.
Well, but I think
carrying it single-handedly.
but I've been thinking about this, and I watched. Actually,
I just bought a premium format the other day, so it ain't dying for me.
I just bought some stuff too, and I understand that, but I don't believe it's the same as it was 5-6 years ago. The output from companies is not there.
Oh no, it's terrible.
We're seeing a lot of rehashed characters. We're not getting anything new, anything vibrant. You get a one-off piece, right, that we'll all get excited about, and then you see a whole bunch of other things, and you're like, okay, great, and then you see them on clearance. Like, if you look at right now, Sideshow's got a huge Black Friday sale going on. So if you need some hot toys, check out Sideshow right now, because they got a lot of hot toys for sale. But that's the thing. Like, I really think I hear it, that a lot of people are going back. It's like you're going backwards. I'm going back to the 6-inch figures. Why? Because I can get more characters. I can troop build. I can do that kind of stuff. And it's not going to break the bank. Now these premium format statues are $700. When a couple years ago they were $540. A couple years before that they were $380. They were $350.
I just got one for $300 on eBay.
Well,
Did one,
but that's the thing too. Statues also used to appreciate in value. Now they're not.
They do not.
People, if you run out of space and you want to downsize and like, oh, you know what, I don't care for that statue anymore. You're not going to get your monies back at that point at all.
So I'm gonna tell you, this is what this. I'm gonna tell you from a Star Wars standpoint. The state of affairs in Star Wars is that maybe the statues aren't what they used to be, but the fucking prop replicas and the lineage of Star Wars stuff that actually it's different for, you know, Marvel and Disney stuff. Like it's a little different because maybe there's not as much lineage for Marvel Universe stuff, but for Star Wars shit, if you take again prop replica or an exact mold from a character that was created, that shit sells so well. And there's a market for it. And the great thing is about that is they're limited edition.
Right, but it's a high-end market that not everybody's going to get into.
Right. So high-end replicas and stuff like that is still there. But again, not everybody can maybe afford it. But I don't never see that like shit. Not everybody can afford it because clearly motherfuckers is buying this shit. But it's just a different, like I was going for a C-3PO bust. I wanted to get it. I was going to trade some shit for it. Somebody ended up paying $3,000 for that fucking thing. Like it's a different, I think that there's different things that can say, oh yeah, it's dying, but really it isn't. I think action figures may be dying a little bit, but again, people can afford action figures more than they can afford a statue.
Well, and I also look at it this way, and I'm not saying this in a negative way, right? But we're old, right? So we have nostalgia for that.
We have disposable income.
And we have disposable income for it. Yeah. But you're looking at the younger generation that grew up on Phantom Menace, that grew up in those. They're not going out and buying these type of statues. You're not seeing 20-some-year-olds doing this. Even when we were in our 20s, we were still collecting and buying things up as much as we could. You're not seeing the same thing happening at this point. And it's why I think the secondary market is not hitting as hard, because I don't think they care as much. It's why you're able to find the premium format statue for $300. Sean, I might be pulling the trigger on that Green Goblin statue because I found it for $400.
Well, see, I mean,
but that's the thing.
I agree with you. I do agree, but I don't agree everywhere on every plane. I get.
Well, it's not like a statement that's the collecting game is dead completely. No, because you always have those niche collectors. But again, we talked about before, like Sideshow is now, releasing limited runs on their statues. They're not going with the 3,000 print run anymore on a statue.
Yeah, thank God.
Format statues are like $750 now because nobody's buying them. They're sitting there on clearance. They're taking years to sell out.
They are.
And that's not what it used to be. Now we're not going to be able to sell enough, but yet I can get 750 people to buy this, and that's what it's worth. But then all of a sudden, when you do it in that limited numbers to make the molds and to do all that in the paint, what happens is that you're not making the money, or the prices are going to start going up and up, because now you can see Sideshow used to have free shipping as well, or a cap on shipping. They don't do that anymore. Now shipping, just to ship a basic statue is $70 to $100.
Stupid.
And that's the thing. And imagine trying to buy something from Prime One.
And the worst part about Sideshow is they cheapened up their box value. There's no value in the boxes anymore. There's no
cool artwork or anything.
No cool artwork. It's just a fucking brown box and some foam.
A brown box and a brown box. My bust right here, thing came in a brown box and a brown box.
This shit too. Brown fucking box. No, nothing on. Oh, it came with a picture of Darth Vader on the front of it, and that's about as far.
I didn't even have the picture.
Yo, this
picture was inside.
That shit right there, it came in a brown fucking box. I was like, what the hell? I was like, yo, what's going on? They cheapened up.
That's what I'm saying.
Narrowing the market
it's losing market value, and then it's losing resale value.
Yeah, it is losing. This was going for like originally like 8 something. Now I seen it on eBay. It's going for like 6. Like it depreciated. Like, what? How? That thing is awesome, and it was limited edition. I'm like,
because everybody who bought it, and there's only a handful of people who want to buy it.
Yeah,
and people are holding back. I'm doing the same thing. Like we talked about that Venom statue, and I'm just like hemming and hawing. I'm like, you know what? It's already gone. It's already on waitlist. I'm like, I'm okay with that. Like it's not necessary. It's great. It would be great. Or the other thing that Steve put in the background.
Nothing is necessary for us.
Well, I know, but I mean, but it is necessary for a collector, right? Like there's pieces that are necessary. Like I look at my Spider-Man quarter scales and my bust, and like to me that eventually became a necessary piece for my collecting, right?
Because I was going to push you down the steps if you never got it. buy it, Lil, buy it. I kept telling you to buy it. So, but yeah, it's we can talk about that on a regular show, though. Definitely kind of a little bit.
Yeah, it'd be especially because it would be good to get Steve's opinion as well, because Steve collects differently than we do. And like, what does he see? You know, like what does he look at? And he's going out on the hunt.
Ed don't collect shit. I've been pushing Ed for years now. At this point, he don't want to buy. He's like, I ain't buying shit. I was like, damn.
Nope. I've totally shifted. I'm more of a cosplayer now.
Yeah.
I mean, Ed, you know, like I was at this giant flea market thing, and they had a bunch of mannequins that were up there, and I'm looking at them, and I'm like, I was thinking about you, and I was like, man, Ed knows how to, like, I could get a full-size statue by putting a costume on this mannequin if I had Ed show me which ones to get. Like, you know, because I was thinking about it like a Spider-Man, like, I could have the mannequin in a Spider-Man costume, and it's like getting a full-size Spider-Man statue. Although my wife said, do not buy a mannequin, it's creepy as shit, and I do not want to see that in the house. So, yeah, as geeky as we are, there are some boundaries. I cannot bring a creepy mannequin in the house.
But if you cover it with a mask and a helmet, I mean,
eventually, yes, but I don't have the mask yet. She didn't want this creepy mannequin coming to life in the garage and murdering all of us.
No, I got a mannequin, and I now have a full-size Freddy Krueger standing in my workshop, but he has to stay there because it will scare everyone.
I love it.
So,
you know, my wife, speaking of Freddy Krueger, my wife, was one of the first gifts she ever got me. And this was before we were dating, really. It was my 21st birthday. She got me this giant life-size poster of Freddy Krueger. It was like a vintage one, and she actually had it laminated. And then she ordered a Robert Englund 8x10 autographed picture. And I was just like, I still have them.
That's fantastic.
True love. I don't know if I have the laminated picture anymore. I had the 8x10 because it's hanging on that wall.
All right, Lil, stop hijacking everything. We can't.
We got to talk about. Well, you know, we're having fun.
We can't.
People are learning about us. All right, it's not just the Star Wars stuff.
This is a Star Wars show, damn it. We talk about other shit on the League of Geeks. Oh, I'm sorry, on the Geeks. I apologize.
All right, we're the League of Geeks. We're the Geeks. We're the Geezers. We're everything. So this is gonna be Star Geezers pretty soon.
Listen, we're here to talk about and review something Dark Side, a Family Guy Star Wars parody. And
number 2.
This is number 2 because we did review number 1 last week. This was a direct-to-video special of the animated series.
It released on DVD first on December 22nd of 2009.
Thank you.
And then ended up airing
on Fox
on Fox
in May 2023, 2010.
So
the episode is a retelling and a parody of the 1980 Star Wars film prequel, The Empire Strikes Back, recasting the characters from Family Guy into the roles of the film. The episode is written by Kirk Butler and directed by Dominic Policcio. It received high praise from critics. This is accurate depiction of the original, as well as inclusion of many cultural references, according to the Nielsen ratings. It was reviewed in 613 million homes in its original airing. Wow, that's pretty fucking awesome. I mean, pretty fucking cool.
Wait, how many million homes?
6.13 million.
Okay. Because at first thought you said 613 million.
No, I'm sorry. I said 6. I'm sorry.
I was like 613 million. That's more than people.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Seth
but
MacFarlane,
that's a
real
lot.
real quick note. Seth MacFarlane, the creator of Family Guy, played the voice of 26 different characters, including Peter Griffin, Stewie, Brian, and Quagmire. Damn, that's a lot.
Well, I mean, that's what
He
he
puts
does.
in the work.
Yeah.
It's his baby.
So setting the stage, want to thank Ed for grabbing all the screenshots this week. And I mean, you can really kind of lead it off, but again, I want to say something really quick though about the fucking artwork on these damn posters. It is phenomenal. Like, yo, I gotta give them credit for this. Like, yo, it's really fucking great. Like, I gotta give them credit. Like, they did a good job, and I kind of want a couple of these posters just to have them. But want to review it real quick, and we're gonna go to spoilers, but we'll jump to spoilers. But Alil, I'm gonna actually start with you. How'd you feel about this?
I love this. I have had. I don't know where it is. I have the DVD somewhere.
Mhm.
To me, this is these three is the last of my enjoyment of the Family Guy series. Like I like Family Guy up until it was after this, then I started just losing interest. But these were so good that I've revisited them multiple times. I mean, even for this review, I've watched these. I think I've watched this one 3 times.
Damn.
Just because I like it. And that's the thing. Jenny hates Family Guy. She hates the show. She thinks it's dumb. It's not funny. She hates Brian the most. I don't know why she's got a problem with the talking dog.
Dang.
But these episodes,
he's a racist.
Well, especially in this episode. But she laughs here with these because again, her love for Star Wars and then the kind of real joke. Because it's like they're not making fun of it. They're like saying legitimate truths. And it's like, wait, why is this happening? It's like, is this real? And it makes sense. It's like, even though it's there's love for it, and you could tell Seth MacFarlane has love for the franchise, you can still make fun of it.
Yeah.
And I think that's why it's brilliantly funny. They still do their dumb things, like Peter Griffin takes a joke for 5 minutes and extends it out, like when he was laying on the tauntaun. And it's just like, oh my god, just get to
that was great. That was great.
It's Family Guy.
It's Family Guy, but it's a Family Guy comedy. I get it.
Yes.
But again, I give this a hero. I love this.
Ed,
it's the same as when we watched the first one. I love these. I mean, I love Family Guy. I love the humor, as I said before. And again, it's repetitive for anybody who watched the last one. That again, between both Seth MacFarlane and I think most of his staff are all around the same age that I am. So all of the pop culture and time capsule humor they have, I get every single one of them. And so I enjoy it.
This one's pop culture references were out of control. I mean, there was snippets from legit movies happening all over the place.
All kinds of stuff.
Scene was great.
And then you could tell, I mean, well, they even talk about it in the commentary, but even without that the crew who puts this together have such a love for Star Wars that they really do put in the work. It's a great kind of mashup. It's an homage to Star Wars while it's parodying and have fun with it at the same time. As we mentioned, there's a lot of traditional Family Guy things that roll in. So I so enjoy these. I can watch them over and over again.
Nice. Well, I get a hero because I just enjoy anything Star Wars at this point. I think I'm giving too many heroes for some of the shit that I probably shouldn't be, and I'm probably giving heroes for more stuff going forward because I just enjoy everything so much. Rewatching it, when I went back and watched this one, I was like, oh man, I don't even remember half of this stuff. And then just kind of watching it again, I'm like, man, this was great. Like when I was done with it, I had a big cheesy smile on my face. I was like, man, that was awesome. I can't believe I didn't watch it, every year, like you think I would, at some point. But yeah, now I'm all in on it. So yeah, that was great. Great poster. Thank you guys. And now we are about to spoil this thing. So, but again, if you haven't watched this,
I was going to say it was spoiled from 10 years ago. But
I mean, right?
Not even 14 years ago now.
Yeah,
15
but,
years ago.
you know, I just like to play the spoiler, so not the right one. And it says your website.com. Oh well.
So, interesting little fact. This was the last Family Guy of any of the ones they did that they did any hand drawing to where it was pencil on paper. After this, going forward, everything was done digitally to where, I mean, they're still hand sketching it, as Sean knows, but it's all on electronic devices.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. I mean, that's where the art world is gone now. I mean,
Oh yeah.
every time I see Sean drawing, he's like, "I'm drawing," and it's a screen.
Man, I ain't drawn paper in about almost 15 years, man. Ever since I got this damn thing, I don't even know what paper even feels like anymore. That's the crazy part. But
They
man,
had so much fun in this scroll,
dude, this
just
scroll was
beating up the Fox executives, and apparently they all read it and were perfectly fine. We're like, hey, you know what? We're
It's
good
true.
sports. It is true. So we're good sports. So let it ride.
yeah. And then they had a was a cartoon elephant running across the screen. Oh, that cost
$58,000.
I was like, oh, it was cute, but it was stupid. Like, I get it. Really, really great. Really, really great. The scrolls are phenomenal. I
When
mean,
Joe's legs dropped down,
that was
they were
so
all
dirty.
crooked.
I felt so bad when I seen it. I was like, oh.
Wah, 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 wah.
It's terrible.
Yeah, it is so terrible. I had to look at mine and was like, interesting. But it was funny though. It's sad but funny. Really great scene. Like it's just they really do good shots, scene by scene of shit from the movie, and it's really, really cool like that. And I just love it in animated form. They do a great job with that. They really took beat by beat and they did their research with it. It was really great.
Carlos Spicy Wiener.
Oh yeah. Go by my my regular name. Yo, did he say something about this fucking call sign? It looks like a Purina. Oh, that shit was great. Because we all like, you know, and a little said, we all think it like that's a weird logo. Why is that? But
we even said it watching like Ahsoka and Andor and stuff, like just seeing these uniforms and seeing these logos. Yes, it's what they did in the 70s, but it's like, did you literally just cut this out of like a dog food label and just stick it on your shirt? Like, where did this come from? It's hilarious. But like, you see that though. I mean, there's like a scene where they're using a calculator, like it's a calculator on the thing. That's the buttons they're punching in. You know?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Did she call him a nerf herder here?
No, not yet.
No, it was later.
Not yet. It's later on. I have an image for that one.
No, George Takei. I love George Takei.
I'd rather kiss George Takei. This isn't the only Star Trek reference in this episode.
No, yo, this shit right here, this shit, a Don, yo, that shit fucked me up because I forgot. Again, I hadn't seen this in a while, so I forgot. But yo, that Don shit was hilarious and just great. I don't want to go out there. It's cold.
There are no kids watching this who are like, oh yeah, they have no idea who that
who
is.
the hell is Don Knotts? Oh, that was great. Oh, the Cookie Monster. Oh my god, just beautiful. Like the Wampa Cookie Monster, just great. There's just nothing can be better than that. I was gonna ask you to the dance.
He runs off.
Oh man, that was great. Yo, first of all, when the Don died, oh, I can't take it anymore. Oh, and then fucking Rodney Dangerfield comes. Well,
Dagobah. Bunch of Italians in the Dagobah.
He's like, yeah, I can't wait to get out of here because there's too many old comedians here.
Then as he's talking to Obi-Wan, he's talking about giving him Zima soup.
Oh man, that was
God.
And he repeats the Zima soup, Yoda, Dagobah, Zima soup.
Wait, I can't remember what Zima soup is. What is that?
Well,
Well,
Zima was a
just
drink. There was that alcoholic drink. It was like the soda drink
tasted
Oh.
like Sprite.
that
Oh,
was
yeah.
the cheap stuff. Like you know how they had Smirnoff Ice after that and stuff. It was like
Yeah.
the party drink. So he was going to make a drink, make soup out of Zima to knock him out, to get him drunk.
Oh, that is gross. I didn't even think because I didn't know it was Zima. I was like, what the hell is Zima soup? I know I heard of it, but I don't remember. That's,
And here you go.
Here's my scene. You even got
Yes.
the picture.
And he just drags it out.
for 5 minutes. It's
Classic family. Now, to his point is that Han Solo in the actual movie does draw it out, but they really overemphasize it in this.
yeah.
And here's your nerf herder.
That was a nerf herder. You don't say that name, that word.
That's
I was like,
our
oh.
word.
I was like, oh, okay. I was like, well, okay. I'm not going to say I'm going to leave it like that. I'm like, okay. All right, cool. Good to know. Good to know you can't use nerf herder.
It's the Star Wars
So he
Family
punched the
Guy
shit out of
version.
her, though.
Oh, yeah.
You can't do that no more, can you?
Well,
You could never do that anymore.
I don't think you can animate that shit anymore, though. Like, that's not, I don't think that even works anymore. I haven't watched Family Guy in a long time.
Empire business.
Oh, that was great. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, he had a stapler. Oh, gosh.
James Woods makes his appearance.
James Woods. Oh. I don't even know what James Woods said. He said something about, oh, yeah.
Admiral Oswald came out too fast. He's like, yeah, I had that problem with a girl last week. Like, oh, my God.
Oh,
Seriously. Like, some of these jokes, it's just like,
yo, some of these jokes, dog, was very like, well, can we listen to a man tell us? I was like, oh, gosh. Can we get away with that? I was like, I guess we can still. I guess it didn't really matter back then. Ooh, that was really bad. And then I think Han ended up saying something or somebody, and then it just ended up working out. This shit was crazy, hilarious. Take out the big boob gun. And he goes, oh, that was great. Because we all thought it. We all know. We all like that looks like a boob. No one ever said anything, but it does. I don't know what the intentions were. Oh man,
Consuela.
Yeah, Consuela. Again,
She's hilarious in everything.
Some of those things you don't think you can get away with anymore now. It's like, oof. Good luck with that. Oh man.
Here's another Family Guy bit.
You skipped the scene though, because there was a one part before that where they were talking and it was like, man, we're not gonna win this fight. And he was like, yeah, the only way we're not gonna win this fight is they bring out giant tall donkeys.
It was
camels.
Camels.
Yeah, camels.
Guess what?
Camels. And then he's like, guess what? Steve, there's camels right there.
That was great. I love that. And then this one drug out.
But this was called back from another previous Family Guy
thing. Oh yeah, that thing lasted like 5 minutes. I remember that one. That was a good one though. Back then it was funny as shit. After he did it a couple more times, I'm like, yo, this shit fucked me up.
I mean, this is Ed's costume next year. I want to see Ed wearing this outfit.
Yep.
All right.
It's exactly the same way.
going dancing after.
Oh yeah, you going? Oh god, I want to come. Yes. These guys always bothered me in their white hoods. I'm sorry. It's just not it's just not one of my go-to characters.
Never.
Well, I mean,
never picked up on that.
Yeah, you never picked up on that.
Not until you said it. Now I'm not
always bothered me.
The Empire is based on Nazis, Sean. So of course they're going to incorporate all of the racist tropes to be the evil guys.
I mean, damn though. I never liked those characters. I'm just like, I don't like these guys. It bothers me. They would be the stormtroopers I would shoot first if I had to.
Well, I mean, even if you look at like the Imperial logos and stuff like that, it's all kind of based on all that stuff, you know.
Well, yeah, but not Ku Klux Klan kind of shit.
Well, I mean,
I don't remember this part. What did they say in this part? Was
This
this when
is when
he got
they
invited
were
to
supposed to go to.
his recital?
Yeah, he said they were going to Dagobah, and he's like, "Well, don't forget, we're going to my niece's recital." And then, of course, Chris is looking at him like, how much longer?" He's like, just deal with it. You're staying.
Ah, gosh.
The cop scene.
Yo, that shit was great. It was like as he's going down the floor where we've been watching him, and it's just that was just a great scene. Really, really good.
Family Guy's great too. I mean, they have some really good voice actors,
Mm.
but in a lot of things that they parody something else, and almost all of them, they have the original people come in and do the voices.
They do. They do.
And that's impressive. I mean, it just kind of goes pulling out his handicap sticker.
Boy,
I don't agree with this.
I'm guilty of
with this. It reminded me of the Seinfeld episode, man, where George parked in the handicap spot.
Did he say he had vertigo?
Oh yes, I have vertigo.
Oh, that was great.
Meanwhile, at the Legion of Doom.
Oh, that was fucking awesome. I remember, and it's great because it works so well in this situation. I'm like, damn, yo, them writers, man, they are really good with that. I would have totally did that. Only if they would have panned in on it. Yoda. I'm Yoda. I'm not Yoda.
Okay, I'm Yoda.
I'm gonna teach you the Force. All right, bye. That guy is great. Oh man.
So this was interesting. I don't know if this was on the commentary, but before they used Carter Pewterschmidt, they had actually considered using the guy who was the boss from the Office Space movie.
Oh yeah,
to have him be the Emperor.
Lumberg.
Yeah.
That would have been fucking great.
Yeah, I don't know if they just couldn't get him to do the voice and then just kind of looked at their cast of characters and was like, oh, okay, this will work. But that was their first idea to use for the Emperor in this, which would have been hilarious.
Great. Yo, best montage ever. Ever.
The fact that they like just put full scenes from Rocky of Drago. I was like, of all people you're following is Drago here. I'm like,
but it worked so well.
Oh, it did.
Oh, beat by beat too. It was just like, God damn it, you did a good job with this. I love that shit. Oh, this shit drug off too.
Yeah, here's another one of their.
Oh, I didn't sense it. Oh, let's try it again. Oh, what about this?
Wait a minute.
Oh, wait a minute. What's going on? Oh, it's great though. But
it is. It's classic Family Guy. So, and Meg's one appearance.
Shut up, Meg.
That was great when he flew back to say it.
Oh man, I think I probably didn't realize that this scene was happening. I was like, oh.
Now, I don't know if do you guys know the movie, that the song that they did here, Buttercup?
No, I didn't even pay attention. Yeah. I know Buttercup. Yeah.
The Three Amigos.
Was it My Little Buttercup? Yeah. Three Amigos thing.
Love that movie.
Yeah, Three Amigos is great. What was this part? What
here's your Lando part. This is when they're. I'm pretty sure that's what this was. Is when they said that.
Whoa.
The Lando system. Lando, no, Lando's a black guy. I'm pretty sure he's the only one in the universe.
Oh man.
Whoa. Yeah, this is when he calls him out. He's like, well, Darth Vader can only be fought by a fully trained Jedi. He's like, well, what about you? Oh no, you're good. Go ahead.
It's so true. Thinking back about that, it's like, what were you doing, Yoda? Like, why were you out here fighting?
I know, right?
Too old.
I guess
it's been my complaint about the Jedi for a long time.
Yeah. This was great. Fucking cloud cars and then fucking arguing back and forth, and they're in the same fucking cloud car, which is great. But we all think the same shit, though.
You wondered who's flying it. Yeah,
Looks
like they both are.
Oh man, dude,
The
fucking
chicken is Boba Fett.
that shit was awesome.
You
It
know,
says it multiple times.
Wrong gun though. Wrong gun. That's the Return of the Jedi gun. It should have been the Empire gun.
Good
you know,
call.
I'm wondering because I have a Boba Fett costume and I have a chicken costume. I'm wondering if I can put them together
Make
because
it
that
work.
would be awesome.
Do you have a chicken costume?
Yeah.
I need to borrow that, man. You need to pass off on that. I'm gonna want to use that one day, 1 year.
You're gonna put on a chicken costume?
I would totally put on a chicken costume, just because.
All right.
Ah,
I would not.
but it was awesome. It's an awesome character, though. That would be great. Yo, this shit had me crying. I didn't know the music, but I didn't mind the music either at the same time. I'm like, why
Where have all the cowboys gone?
is
And
it
again,
a bad
they reached
song?
out to her as the artist and she was cool with it.
Is it a bad song? I
No.
actually like
No, it's not that bad.
oh, okay, stop.
I think I heard them say that like the week after this thing aired, her song like jumped onto the Apple's most downloaded.
Oh wow.
I'm sure
So-
it did.
So it's no wonder she didn't complain.
Yeah.
And
He's like, take care of Leia. What do you mean, take
Like,
care of Leia?
take care of Leia.
No. What are you doing?
Oh yeah, like that's gonna be fun for me.
Yeah. Dogs. Oh man.
No, nuts.
And then the
I love
classic
you.
scene from Star Wars. Fuck off.
Yeah, because in the editor you couldn't hear, but I remember watching one. I think I had it on DVD, and he did say "fuck off" on that. I was like, "Oh, okay, well, that was cool. That was cool." But that right there, can I have that? I would love to have that as a little small toy.
Uh,
Not big though. I couldn't have it
And-
big. Not
I
like
love that it has the hair on it too. Like it has
the
little
little
hair
pimples
spots.
on his ass.
Yeah.
people on his ass. Oh man, that was.
And that's the problem is that having, I mean, obviously we've already seen the next one. Oh, it's been a while. All I can think of is when they unfreeze him from carbonite. I am so looking forward to rewatching that in the follow up.
I don't remember. Did he?
Oh,
was
as
he-
soon as because if you think from Return of the Jedi when he starts to dethaw,
yeah, it
and
was
he
red.
just when that happens in this, because it's again the same effect, but he just starts farting and passing gas nonstop, and all the whole time he's just like, sorry.
Oh,
It's
great. Cutting
poor
up
Ryan
Seacrest.
Seacrest, carving him up, and this was a classic thing, at least for me growing up.
Oh, I mean, of
Outside
course,
play,
it
car.
was great.
Uh,
What was this part? I don't even remember what this part was.
This is just when he freed them, but he told the guy, he was like, oh yeah, for selling the most, you get to have a pizza party with 4 of your friends. And
Yay!
Again. I remember selling crap in school and that being one of the things, like, oh, you reached a certain level, you get to be a part of the pizza party.
Oh man! And then this was when I guess Boba Fett left, and they escaped. He was like, "Put it in the cock." What do you say? Put it in the cargo hold. He's like, "Duh." I love that part. Oh, that was funny. The whole
little-
cartoon fucking
Yep.
Wile E. Coyote shit. That was funny. So this part, this was so stupid. When he's like, "What?" I was like, "Man, that."
Again, that's a Family Guy piece, but
It is.
when they get into kind of the story of like, hey, the 2 guys, we can hang out, we can rule the galaxy, we can do it. We don't have to do it. That just is part of it. Like oh my God.
And this was in
This was in the DVD. It was not in the regular air edition. So when Luke jumps and he's going through the tubes through Bespin, in the Hulu version, he just goes straight to the antenna. In the DVD, he gets to the bottom portion and he looks up at this guy and he's like, have you seen a hand? And the guy looks at him. He's like, no, which obviously, if you look closely enough, you can see he found the hand and where he stashed it. And then Chris gives him this crazy look. And then, of course, the hatch opens and he drops him on the antenna. But
That was great.
when they show it, you see the hand. It's like, Good God, you guys have no bounds.
Tom Selleck.
Yeah.
I know. This is so. Again, another scene cut right out of. I was like, this is Magnum PI, right? Like,
I
No,
don't
this was
know if it was
no,
Magnum
this was-
PI or was it real.
No, this was one of the movies that he did.
I don't know. He looks the same in
But-
all of them.
But yes, it's perfect.
Yeah. Turn around. Is that what it was? Turn
Yeah.
around.
Turn the ship around.
Yeah. Turn the ship around because Leia knows Luke is there. I was like, this is so stupid. Oh man, this shit.
Again, calling out what we all said for years. Why the hell is he wearing Han's clothes?
Honestly, I didn't think about it till he said it. I didn't realize. I never really didn't think about it. I'm like,
Go back and watch this scene. It's
I
like,
know.
wait,
He's
I love
right.
it. Yeah, it's just-
I know it doesn't make any sense. Why do you have on his clothes?
Now, they did retcon it later on when they released a Lando Calrissian action figure in that getup. And I think they call it Lando in smuggler's garb or scoundrel garb. It's basically their way of like, oh yeah, he raided Han's closet.
I wanna see
Oh,
that.
that's an easy way to tell it, right? Like they escaped. There's a few
Yeah.
minutes here he changed clothes because maybe he had something on it or whatever, you know.
It was the only outfit he had.
And he went in Han's closet, and Han wears the same thing. You know, it's like, Again, I'm going to do a Seinfeld reference where that one girl that Jerry was dating had the same dress on for every date that they went on, and he wanted to see her closet if she was like Superman, which is just Superman outfits the whole thing. You know, that's all Han wears, which is true because we don't see him wear anything else.
Well, he does have two different pairs of pants.
Yeah.
He has the blue pants with the red stripe
And then the brown.
and the brown pants
That's true.
with the yellow stripe.
Oh, it's definitely a figure too. Actually, I'm going to show you guys because that's
Oh
very.
yeah, no,
interesting.
that's
Well, I want this figure though.
original. Oh yeah,
I'm actually shocked Family Guy didn't release figures for this.
I'm surprised too. That would have been fucking pretty dope, to be honest. And that is Lando's in a vintage collection 30th anniversary. I guess it's Lando in whatever. It doesn't really say. It just says Lando Calrissian. Interesting. It looks weird, but okay.
Yeah.
I love the butterfly collar though. Like that. That is classic. All right. Well,
works every time.
works every time.
There's a couple more because then they go into the very end scene where they do the Back to the Future.
Oh my god.
Oh,
That
and
was, first of all, inconsiderate.
this is another one where depending on which version you watch, if you watch the Hulu, he messes with the hand and then he's like, "Oh, am I good to go?" And the droid is like, "Wow, can't get a compliment out of this guy." In the DVD version, he messes with the hand. He goes, "Am I good to go?" And the droid is like, "Yeah, but you should practice with a hot dog first."
That would have been great. Damn, why did they do that one? That was gross. Now you think about it, hindsight, like, oh, that was gross. Oh man.
I mean, that's the ultimate stranger, right? Because it's not your hand anymore.
Yeah, this was great. Oh,
Doc's alive.
oh, so great. Like that was so awesome.
Dear Luke, I've been living for 6 months in
1883.
Yeah.
To be concluded. But I like that too when they rewind it and they're like, wait a second, this is how this ends? There's so many questions.
Oh man. And then this was the robot chicken comparison.
Oh
was
yeah, they
the
just beat
two-
up on him again.
Yeah.
You're what is it, without a paddle?
Without a paddle.
He's like, I got a
Oh,
story
man.
for you. Let's talk about without a paddle. It's like, oh man. Hilarious.
All right. So that's it. That was our next review will be, what is that? It's a trap?
It's a trap.
It's a trap. The Family Guy, Return of the Jedi, End of the Saga. Their trilogy ends. Did they do a Phantom Menace or anything like that? They didn't do any
No,
of that, did
that
they?
was it. This was
No,
it.
they did these, and that's
That's good.
they even talked about to where they did Blue Harvest because it was a total joy and they were excited to do it. And then, of course, then it's kind of Fox who's like, hey, that was really good. You guys made a lot of money. Let's do the rest of them. And they said that this one was fun, but they were like, Jedi was just it's just work now. It kind of lost its
Well, and
enjoyment.
you feel it on Jedi.
Yeah.
'Cause I watched Jedi recently. I watched it today, actually.
Yeah,
And he's riding. They're riding 10 speeds instead of the speeder bikes. And
hey, that was great.
there's even a scene where Leia comes out and she just says, "Empire was better." That's it. It's like, and they even do it in the scroll in It's a Trap. They're like, Fox made us do this.
Hey, but
and
just to throw out for the future, I think we were talking about this. I don't know when, but they are, I think, on December 5th, releasing the movie A Disturbance in the Force, which is the behind the scenes and interviews all about the holiday special. So it's a perfect build up for the holidays, to where rather than just watching the holiday special, we can watch that, and gives you a lot more behind the scenes on how it came to be and the train wreck that it is.
Nice.
So
that sounds great.
Is it a train wreck or is it an amazing piece? We got Life Day because of it.
Yeah, Wookiee porn.
I have a Life Day hoodie. So
I need to get it next time. Next time, I'll come in with a Life Day robe, a whole red robe.
I can get the orb too.
What? Really?
Yeah, they have them at Disney.
I need a C-3PO hand. Did they have those still there?
Not that I've seen. I'll take a look.
Yeah, let me know when you get a chance. I seen one on eBay. I might buy that one though. Who knows?
I mean, is the hand like this? Is it for a certain reason?
No, it's like this. It's just holding that. Well, it could be, but you would probably make that with your own casting. So
I will. I'll be like, here's the 3PO hand for you.
Yeah, you'll paint it gold. Gross. You are so disgusting. I swear.
When you come to visit, I'm gonna have it here, like in a box, like this. Hey, Joe, why don't you try this out?
And
don't look at me.
We know when the show ends because the little starts getting nasty. So we're gonna have to end the show now. But join us here next week. We will be talking about It's a Trap and whatever Star Wars news is up. We appreciate you. Like, subscribe, share with your friends. Please let us know how we're doing on the Star Wars show. Like, tell us what you think. Would like to get some feedback from it. You know, we're pushing it every week. We're gonna keep pushing it. So until we get tired of it. Yeah. Until we get tired of it. You know, usually, we fall short sometimes. Like, I don't like doing it anymore. But yeah. Until next time, this is Sean.
This is Lil.
And this is Ed.
And may the Force be with you.
Always.